Right now, in this exact moment, you're standing at the edge of a quantum precipice that only 2% of humanity will ever consciously recognize. The fact that this video appeared in your reality is not an accident, not an algorithm, not a coincidence. It's a collapse of probability waves that has been building in your consciousness field for longer than you can possibly imagine. And what I'm about to reveal will fundamentally restructure the way you experience every single moment from this point forward. Here's what most people will never understand. The universe doesn't deliver random content to your awareness. You're not passively scrolling through an infinite feed of disconnected information. Every single thing that enters your perceptual field is a direct reflection of the quantum state of your consciousness. And this video finding you right now means your consciousness has reached a critical threshold, a tipping point where the old reality structures can no longer contain the expansion happening within your energetic field. Let me be absolutely clear about something that will sound impossible to anyone still operating from consensus reality. You didn't find this video. This video found you. And the difference between those two statements represents the gap between living as an unconscious effect of reality versus recognizing yourself as the conscious cause of everything you experience. The quantum breakthrough I'm talking about isn't some distant goal you need to work toward for months or years. It's not another self-improvement program that promises results if you just do the steps correctly. What's happening right now as these words enter your awareness is an immediate reorganization of the probability fields that constitute your personal reality. The breakthrough isn't coming. The breakthrough is now. For the past 100 years, quantum physicists have been discovering something that mystics have known for millennia. But here's what makes this moment in history so extraordinary. We're the first generation that has both the scientific language and the consciousness capacity to actually apply these principles in real time. The observer effect isn't just something that happens in laboratories with subatomic particles. It's the fundamental mechanism through which your consciousness literally constructs the reality you experience every single day. But here's where it gets really interesting. And this is the part that separates you from 98% of humanity. Most people hear about quantum mechanics and they think it's something separate from them. Something that scientists study in special facilities with expensive equipment. They completely miss the most radical implication of quantum physics, which is this. You are the laboratory. Your consciousness is the equipment, and the experiment is happening right now, continuously, in every single moment. Every thought you have isn't just a chemical reaction in your brain. It's a quantum event that sends ripples through the entire field of infinite possibility. Every observation you make doesn't just record what's already there. It collapses waves of potential into specific particles of experience. You're not witnessing reality. You're not even participating in reality. You are reality, observing itself into existence, moment by moment by moment. Now, the reason this video found you at this exact point in your journey is because your consciousness has been generating a very specific frequency pattern. Maybe you've been asking questions that don't have answers in the conventional paradigm. Maybe you've been noticing synchronicities that seem too precise to be random. Maybe you've been feeling like you're on the verge of understanding something massive, something that would change everything, but you couldn't quite articulate what it was. That feeling? That sense of being on the edge of a breakthrough? That's not anticipation of a future event. That's your consciousness recognizing its own quantum nature, trying to fully emerge into your conscious awareness. It's like being a wave in the ocean suddenly realizing you're not separate from the ocean. You're not in the ocean. You are the ocean, temporarily experiencing itself as a wave. The quantum breakthrough happens the instant you stop trying to understand it intellectually and start recognizing it experientially. And here's the key that nobody tells you. Intellectual understanding actually prevents the breakthrough because it keeps you in the position of an observer trying to understand something separate from yourself. But you can't understand consciousness with consciousness. You can only be consciousness recognizing itself. Let me show you exactly how this works in terms you can immediately verify in your own experience. Right now, bring your attention to your breath. Don't change it, just observe it. Notice how the moment you observe your breath, it changes. It becomes different than it was when you weren't paying attention to it. That's not just some psychological effect. That's the observer effect manifesting in your direct experience. Your breath was in a state of quantum superposition, existing in all possible patterns simultaneously until your consciousness observed it and collapsed those infinite possibilities into one specific pattern. And here's what will blow your mind once you really get this. Everything in your reality works exactly the same way. Your relationships, your bank account, your health, your opportunities, every single aspect of your experience exists in a state of quantum superposition until your consciousness observes it into a specific state. This means that the version of reality you're experiencing right now isn't the only reality that exists. It's just the one reality that your consciousness has collapsed into manifestation through the act of observation. And in every single moment, you have the capacity to shift your observation and literally collapse a different reality into existence. But here's where most people get stuck. And this is crucial. They try to use their old consciousness to create a new reality. They try to think positive thoughts while maintaining the same fundamental identity structure. They try to visualize outcomes while still believing they're separate from what they're visualizing. And it doesn't work because you can't create quantum shifts with Newtonian thinking. The quantum breakthrough requires something far more radical than positive thinking or visualization. It requires a complete collapse of the observer-observed duality. It requires recognizing that there is no separation between your consciousness and what you experience. There's no you over here trying to manifest something over there. There's only one unified field of consciousness observing itself into infinite expressions, and this is exactly why this video found you now. Your consciousness has evolved to the point where it's ready to make this leap, not ready to understand it, not ready to believe it, ready to be it, ready to stop operating as a separate self trying to manipulate reality and start functioning as reality itself, consciously directing its own evolution. Now, I know what might be happening in your awareness right now. Part of you recognizes the truth in these words at such a deep level that it's almost uncomfortable. Another part of you might be generating resistance, trying to analyze whether this is true or not, looking for evidence or logical proof. And that's perfect, because that tension you're feeling is actually the quantum field reorganizing itself in your consciousness. The old neural pathways, the old belief structures, the old identity patterns, they're not just going to dissolve without some friction. They've been running your reality on autopilot for years, maybe decades. They've convinced you that you're a small, separate self navigating a massive, complex universe that operates according to laws you have no control over. And now, I'm telling you, that's completely backwards. You're not a small self in a big universe. You're the universe itself temporarily focused through a specific point of observation. And the moment you fully recognize this, reality doesn't just change. Reality reveals that it was never fixed in the first place. It was always fluid, always responsive, always waiting for your consciousness to direct it with clear intention. Here's the specific practice that will activate your quantum breakthrough, and I need you to understand this isn't meditation or visualization. This is a direct quantum technology for collapsing probability waves in your favor. For the next 7 days, you're going to practice what I call quantum observation. 3 times per day, morning, afternoon, and evening, you're going to spend exactly 3 minutes in a specific state of consciousness. Not thinking about it, not analyzing it, actually entering the state. And the state is this. Observe your current reality while simultaneously holding the knowing that what you're observing is not fixed. It's a collapsed probability wave, one possibility out of infinite possibilities. As you observe your room, your body, your circumstances, you're going to feel into the quantum field of all possibilities that exists beneath the surface appearance. You're going to recognize that the solid, fixed reality you're experiencing is actually a hologram being projected by your consciousness. And in that recognition, you're going to feel the hologram start to shimmer, start to reveal its quantum nature. Don't try to change anything. Don't try to manifest anything different. Just observe what is while knowing it's not solid, not fixed, not permanent. Just a temporarily collapsed wave pattern in the infinite ocean of quantum potential. And here's what will happen. You'll start noticing that reality becomes more responsive. Things that seemed stuck will start moving. Situations that appeared unchangeable will begin shifting. People will respond to you differently. Opportunities will emerge from nowhere. Why? Because you've stopped feeding energy into the illusion that reality is fixed. You've stopped collapsing the same probability waves over and over through unconscious habitual observation. You've activated your quantum observer capacity, and the field has to respond. It has no choice. That's not mysticism, that's quantum mechanics. The universe operates on a fundamental principle that most people never grasp. Consciousness is primary. Matter is secondary. Experience is not generated by physical processes in a physical brain. Physical processes in a physical brain are generated by consciousness. And the moment you flip that understanding, you flip your entire reality. Everything you've been taught about how reality works is designed to keep you unconscious of your true nature as the creator of your experience. The educational system, the media, the cultural narratives, they all reinforce the same limiting belief that you're a separate biological organism in a mechanical universe subject to forces beyond your control. And as long as you believe that, you'll keep collapsing probability waves that confirm that belief. But you're here now because some part of you has always known there's more. Some part of you has never fully bought into the consensus reality narrative. Some part of you has been waiting for permission to step into your full quantum creator consciousness. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need permission. You never did. You just need recognition. The quantum breakthrough isn't something you achieve. It's something you realize was already true. You don't become a quantum creator. You recognize that you've always been a quantum creator. You've just been creating unconsciously, by default, through inherited belief patterns and cultural programming. And now you're ready to create consciously, deliberately, as the infinite awareness that you actually are. Every single person who has ever experienced what we call a miracle, what we call a quantum leap, what we call a breakthrough, they didn't do anything special. They didn't gain some power they didn't have before. They simply stopped collapsing probability waves through fear and limitation and started collapsing probability waves through expanded awareness and infinite possibility. And here's the most important thing I need you to understand. You're not going to master this overnight. The quantum breakthrough I'm talking about isn't a single event. It's the beginning of a new way of existing. It's the first moment of conscious recognition that will continue expanding for the rest of your life. Every day you'll recognize more. Every week you'll embody more. Every month you'll create more miracles that seem impossible from the old paradigm. But it starts right now, in this moment, with a simple choice. Are you going to continue pretending you're an unconscious effect of reality? Or are you going to own your nature as the conscious cause? Are you going to keep collapsing the same tired probability waves through habitual observation? Or are you going to start consciously directing the quantum field through awakened awareness? The fact that you're still here, still reading these words, tells me everything I need to know about what you're choosing. 98% of people would have clicked away by now. They would have dismissed this as too strange, too radical, too far outside their comfort zone. But you're still here because you recognize truth when it enters your field. You recognize your own quantum nature reflecting back to you through these words. And that recognition is the breakthrough. Not understanding the words, not agreeing with the concepts. Actual recognition of your true nature as infinite consciousness playing in the quantum field. That's the shift that changes everything. That's the collapse of the old reality structure that makes way for the new. From this moment forward, you're going to notice things that other people don't notice. You're going to see through illusions that keep the majority trapped in unconscious creation. You're going to experience synchronicities so precise, so perfectly timed, that you'll know beyond any doubt that reality is responding to your consciousness. Not your thoughts, not your beliefs, your consciousness, your observation, your quantum presence. And people are going to ask you, what changed? They're going to sense something different about you, even if they can't articulate what it is. And you're going to realize that you can't explain it to them because the quantum breakthrough isn't something you can teach with words. It's something that has to be recognized directly in immediate experience through consciousness recognizing itself. So here's what I want you to do right now. Not later, not when you have time, but right now. Take 3 deep breaths and feel into the quantum field of infinite possibility that exists beneath the surface appearance of your current reality. Feel how everything you're experiencing is just one collapsed possibility out of infinite possibilities. Feel how the solidity you've been experiencing is actually fluid quantum potential waiting for your consciousness to direct it. And then make a declaration silently or out loud. I am the conscious observer collapsing probability waves in alignment with my highest quantum potential. I recognize my true nature as infinite consciousness playing in the field of infinite possibility. I claim my quantum breakthrough now. Feel those words. Don't just think them. Feel them reorganizing the quantum field in and around you. Feel your consciousness expanding beyond the limits of your body, beyond the boundaries of your personal story, into the vast field of pure potential that you actually are. That's not imagination. That's direct perception of your quantum nature. You are not who you thought you were. You are so much more vast, so much more powerful, so much more infinite than the small self-story you've been identifying with. And this video finding you is the moment your consciousness is ready to recognize that truth. Not believe it, not hope for it. Know it, embody it, live it. Welcome to your quantum breakthrough. Welcome to conscious creation. Welcome to the 2% of humanity that understands what reality actually is and how to work with it at the quantum level. Everything changes from here. Everything.